in the world?
This is your man, Jay Working. Thanks for joining in. If you haven't liked my page, like this video, please subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to any content. Like, I'm here as a resource for everybody, right? I'm in the space of being a designer, design thinking, understanding how to market myself, understanding how to give myself position and power and use the social media in that net, in the people that's the most important people in that network. So part of the thing is like part of the problem with people are that we're limited to our environment. So depending on where you was born, who you are, where you lived at, you was kind of dependent on that environment. If that was a toxic environment, then that was all of the opportunities that you had. You was limited. So a way to expand that back in the day would be going to college. But part of the problem is that because of that environment that you was kind of raised in and born in, you kind of attract that same environment. So even though I'm in college, I'm around these great professors, and I did meet a lot of great people, I still was in an environment that was toxic to my growth. So a lot of stuff that I was doing is because I lacked the knowledge. Part of the problem is that we didn't, not to say anything negative about the people that I was around. The thing is that, you know, I met some cool professors, I kind of met some people, but you know, my network was limited. So even when I was graduated and went into corporate, right? I go into corporate, I'm still kind of limited. I'm really not in a focused group of like guys or dudes that's like designers, like we got in the same mindset, we on the same path, we kind of building and like I was segregated in these different like silos, and it limited me on all kind of aspects. Now we kind of fast forward to now, if this makes sense. And now it's like, okay, do I still stay in this like enclosed capsule mindset, or how do I grow out of that? And I think social media, LinkedIn specifically, is how to grow that. So I'm like, dang, okay, this guy is a master in marketing. This guy is a master in building businesses. How can I use that for growth to build upon that and expand my thoughts? So how can I switch my environment, you know, into a broader span where I can really maximize the people that's around me to get to my agenda? So the agenda is like me either growing an idea because that's what I'm into, like that's the type of person I'm into. I am, right? So the thing is like being self-aware of what your DNA is. So mine is like I'm a creative. I can't really sit still. I feel like I'm all over the place. I like doing different stuff. So I like the challenge of trying to grow a company, build a company, start something from scratch. And I kind of like that process. You may be different. To just really take a snapshot of you from the, you know, on the outside, you know, look at yourself from a different lens and see if my environment is helping me or is hindering me. I think with this class that I have, I got older people and they still want to do stuff. They still want to learn stuff. They still want to grow. They're attracted to this idea of like, you know, I can do more. I can go further and higher than I've done before, right? And I'm not scared to do it.